use the feedback that the teachers gave me to improve my work. And I tried reviewing my mistakes, which helped a lot because it showed me which parts I need to improve on. I'm Amy and I'm from Baulkham High School, and one hobby I enjoy is listening to music because it helps me clear my mind after a long day. And I also enjoy doing DIYs and crafts because when I finish it, it gives me a sense of accomplishment. And I also really enjoy reading books.
Yeah, amazing. Walk me through those DIYs. So, in particular, what do you like to DIY?
DIYs, decorations. I enjoy making small stuff around around the house and stuff. Whether it's a small figure or a painting or just anything. I really enjoy making those and putting it up in the house.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's often true that behind these achievements that are behind you, making it into Baulkham Hills, scoring rank first in the end of term exam, behind all of these achievements is a strong support system. So it's the people around you. One question I want to ask is how important were your parents, or if you have siblings, how important was your family in helping with your success?
My family support was extremely important in my success because they encouraged me when I felt stressed. They reminded me to stay focused, and they helped create an environment where I could study properly. And they even the small things checking in on me, motivating me, and believing in me made a huge difference. And I'm very grateful because their support gave me confidence and reminded me that I wasn't doing everything undone. And
that's really beautiful. Can you walk me through what are some of the biggest things that have helped you achieve academic success?
I think the most important things were consistency, revision, and time management. Maybe I tried not to leave everything until the last minute, and I made sure to use the feedback that the teachers gave me to improve my work. And I tried reviewing my mistakes, which helped a lot because it showed me which parts I need to improve on. Another important thing was staying disciplined and avoiding distraction during study time. And I tried not to leave everything to the last minute, and I made sure to revise regularly.
Yeah, that's amazing. So the revision, taking on feedback, that's all very, very important. Can you walk me through one, or maybe it doesn't have to be one, but some of your ways to remain focused and remain sharp and remain disciplined?
A way to stay focused for me was when I study, I don't have anybody else. I don't study in a crowded area. I study in a place where it's silent and there aren't any other sounds or distractions that can break my focus. And I also try to take away distracting items from my direct sight while I study. So I don't focus on that, but I focus on studying. And I don't I only keep the study material when I study. I don't keep anything else. That's just basically how I stay focused during study time.
Yeah. So everything that you need to do is in front of you in a very quiet room. Everything else that's not related, doesn't need to be there, isn't there. So is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, amazing. In terms of the recent end of term exam, because these exams are quite difficult, what was the most difficult part about the exam, whether it's the exam itself or the preparation or the content that you learned? What was the most difficult part, and how did you overcome that?
I think the most difficult part was staying motivated, like for like while preparing for the end of term exam, because there was like a lot of study like homeworks before that I wanted to go through, and I kind of just felt a bit overwhelmed because there were just so many different like feedbacks and stuff. But I think what helped me was like breaking my work into like smaller sections. One day I could be like focusing on one part of my writing, which could be like punctuation or using better words. And I would like take short breaks and like remind myself of what my goal is for like the exam or like for like the full writing thing.
Yeah, 100%. It's not about how big the mountain is, it's about how persistent they are or how strategic they are with figuring out how to get over it. Can you walk me through how your study schedule actually was structured, or if you had a certain structure, particular days, what you liked to focus on specific days and whatnot? Could you walk me through that?
I would like start studying not directly after I come back from school. I would give myself like some time or like a break so my mind is like fresh, and I would like not focus on something else before studying, so my mind isn't like occupied with anything like else while studying. And I will begin with like the parts that I find more difficult or that I need more time with, so I could like devote enough time to like fixing that or like making it better. I would also take like short breaks between study sessions. Like if I was doing 10 minutes, I would still take like a 5-minute break so I don't feel too overwhelmed or stressed over like the subject. I would also like not try to focus, even though I'm focusing on like the most difficult subject first or part first, I would still try to like, after like finishing that part, I would still try to like do other parts. I don't focus on something like just that, but I also like devote enough time for everything. And like I would like schedule which study subjects or like parts I have to do like each day. Like one day could be using better words, and then like another day could be like learning how to make my writing sound more fluent and like cohesive. And like having a clear schedule helped me like stay organized and like avoid wasting time.
Perfect. Awesome. And on that note, with to avoid wasting time and to plan in advance, how do you decide which topics / subjects should be prioritized in your schedule when you are planning for the following day?
I feel like you should like plan how to like study based on the subjects that you personally find difficult, not like it's like your like personal opinion. If one subject might be like harder for you, I would like consider putting more time to that subject so I could like learn that subject more. But if there was like an easier part or subject, I would maybe leave that after the more difficult parts, because I know that for the easier subject I don't have to use as much time or spend too much time on the details, but I will try to make sure to cover all my subjects that I need a bit of help with or a lot of help with.
Yeah, amazing. How important were your extracurriculars in helping you remain obviously balanced and level-headed and keeping the whole academic journey sustainable in the long run? How important were your extracurriculars?
I was involved in like extracurricular activities, and they helped me like in a lot of ways. One of the extracurriculars I do is dance, and dance taught me discipline, teamwork, and like helped me gain confidence. And it also taught me like how to manage my time better. My extracurriculars also like gave me a break from like my academics, which like helped me avoid burnout, I think. And I think they also made me more balanced because I learned that like success is not only about studying, but also about developing other skills and meeting new people and like having a social life and doing other stuff other than like just studying.
Yeah, 100%. That's amazing to hear. That's amazing to hear, Amy. And I'm on the same page as you. I think extracurriculars are crucial for study success. Oftentimes, in the long run, what you mentioned about burnout is completely real. It can happen to the best of us. What's some practical advice that you would give the students to help them on their academic journey?
My advice would be to be like starting early and like staying consistent. You don't have to study everything in one day, but you should do a little every day. Like paying attention in class, revising regularly, asking questions when you don't understand. And don't wait until like the exams are close before you begin preparing, because like small daily efforts can lead to big results. And just like aim to be better like today than you were like tomorrow. And don't just like study for the grade. Study because like you want to learn. Don't just do it for the grade.
Yeah, 100%. As a lasting note, Amy, congratulations once again for receiving the NL Academic Excellence Award. But throughout the longer term journey, having these traits of discipline, being organized, being able to even now organize your thoughts and communicate it effectively, these are all traits that I see from you that will work very well in your favor in the long run. I want you to be very, very proud of yourself.
Thank you.